EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
On first down, it's Newton. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
They'll keep it on the ground. Newton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Buccaneers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go play action here on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Tate. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guy. And got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw.
Down inside the 10.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and 10.
70 Lions. Come on, set. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Hyde. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come back, team. Ready?
Up the middle they go. It's Newton. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Hyde. And this is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Tate, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
Right back to him on 1st down. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Hyde. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. Down the left sideline.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. So no gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Throwing to start the drive. High. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw again.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a second and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 21-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Rocco 80. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Newton.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Set it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Go.
Back to throw. Hyde.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
2nd and 6. That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Trey Tucker,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
60 by 6, 69, 75, 75.
First down.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Robinson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready? Go.
Looking to throw. High. He finds his man. Complete. That's Newton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Hyde.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett.
And the Giants are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Let's go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. He'll try again.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
From the 38 now. Here's second and a couple.
Off play action. Hyde. Over the middle, complete. It's Gardner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game,
You would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Hyde.
Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. It's a gain of 35.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Set. Go.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. Set.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Hyde. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Bucs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
This 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Another catch for Tate.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. They'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
It's brought in left side by Tate. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
There he goes, left side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do